Dear Twin Flame souls out there, welcome to the Twin Flame Awakening podcast, and today is an episode number 34. And as usual, today we will discuss some of your stories who have sent me your story. And also I have a couple of other things I really need to talk about, such as the Lion's Gate. We know we are in this portal at the moment. It's closing on Saturday, on the 12th of August, and right now every energy what we have, everything what we feel, and everything what we're trying to manifest is going to happen. And the reason I want to talk about it so much, like I know I'm a little bit late for the fact that it's closing very soon, but I'm talking about it for the fact that if you have fears, if you have insecurities, if you have certain things you haven't let go of, pay attention to them and let go of it. I'll add one of the guided meditation in the description, which I found it very useful, and I would recommend this to do until the 12th of August. Why I'm talking about it and why I'm starting the podcast with this is the fact that it's a very powerful portal. It happens once a year. And this portal is pretty much that's going to lead you to the next, until the next portal. So if you are carrying any blockages, any fear, any kind of thing that is holding you back, you're going to go through the portal with that. And that we don't want. We don't want to continue living our life the way we're supposed to live, in fear, in insecurity, in pain, not seeing the future, and so on. So we don't want to do that. So I know that those who had calls since 28th of July till, let's say, until Saturday, you'll have a big shift, because we started getting rid of your fears, your insecurities, and your energy that is blocking you. Now you'll be wondering what this has to do with twin flames and energy and everything. Those of you who have been following me quite some time, and I'm thankful for that, know that I am the true believer that everything is energy. And if you do not switch your energy, if you do not let go of the old energy that is inside of you, simply nothing will happen inside of you, like in your life, in your way of receiving information, in your way of becoming this higher self that I am profound speaking about. And why is that so important for me? I understand that everything is energy from my twin flame journey. Even though I was a spiritual way before, like in a way, I would say like a consciously understanding that I understand spiritual world and energy, but I didn't really practice this in my daily life. I was still in my masculine energy of trying to have the logical answers, logical way of fixing things, trying to worry about things, and not understanding that the worry is the negative energy that will manifest, that will keep me in this lack, that will keep me in these problems or life situations, while I have to shift my energy and I have the solutions and I have the answers. Universe will always give you the solutions and answers when you change the energy. Everything is frequency, everything is energy. So if you are currently in a stage with your twin flame where you feel that your twin flame doesn't love you, or you feel enormous amount of loneliness, or where you feel that this heartbroken feelings that why am I alone? Why I can't be with my twin flame? What just happened to me? I would suggest you to first of all follow this guided meditation I have added on the description. It's not by me. It's another YouTuber, and I found her meditations very profound, the same way like I would do. Hopefully, I will get to the point where I start sharing my guided meditations and breath work and everything. But we take one step at a time, because this reality I'm living at this current moment was never planned. It was planned. It was planned by the universe. I was just too blind to see it, and I thought that everything else that I am living is the reality. Well, thankfully, my twin flame journey completely changed that, and that's why I'm here today to help you to understand that twin flames are not just a love story. And I'm starting for the fact that this is so hard to hear. And I know I wouldn't like that. That'd be the moment when I hear, oh, twin flames are not a love story, but what it is then, why I'm feeling like this way. I mean, it's complete madness. I'm in love with a person I barely know, but I can't get them out of my mind. But after I went through all of that you are going through at this moment, I realized, it's just not a love story. It's not a story where it has the end and the beginning and all of that. It's the energy that will stay forever around because it's my soul. My soul continues to live regardless in this body where I am at this moment or not. My soul continues to live in a different forms, in a different experiences, in a different ways. And now of realizing, meeting my other part of the soul, that first of all, what I realized was that everything is energy. And regardless we like it or not, regardless we like to blame ourselves, because that's something we don't like doing. We don't like looking into the mirror and say, well, I took this hate inside of me. Well, I took this pain inside of me. Well, I was the one who agreed on living like this. We like to blame others, that our partner did this to us, our colleagues were like this and this and this and this. And I know it's super hard to go in front of the mirror and say, well, that's who I am. And in order for that to become your higher self, I need to let go of these fears, these pains, and everything. Remember, your body is like a car, your vessel that helps your soul to fulfill your mission. And same with twin flames. Why I'm talking about why twin flames are not a love story? Because there isn't such a thing that you will ever forget your twin flame. I know we can say that because, we all been in love. We had our high school love. We had our childhood love. We had a love towards, a partner we had, or even the previous marriage we had, and then, or a relationship or anything. But twin flames are the ones that will change your life completely. And if you are wondering, if you are on a twin flame journey, if your life is currently falling apart, if nothing makes sense to you, but all of a sudden you feel you're somewhere else, like nothing makes sense to you, you're trying so hard. I just bring an example. Let's say your finances are really falling apart and you lose your job, and then you're thinking, oh, I will find another job. I will take an extra job. I need to pay this. And you keep on trying and trying, but still, like every door is keep on closing. And you are like, what is just happening to me? I'm doing everything right. Meanwhile, I'm just going to say it to you, you are in a survival mode. You're not even in a mode of realizing I am abundant, I have everything, I know what I'm supposed to do. I just take a break and then I go on. Now we can argue here, but life is expensive. We have things to pay, things to do. How am I going to just sit in my room and do nothing? Well, here is exactly the thing. And I'm going to explain you a little bit on a different ways how we are living and what is holding us back. When we are living in a fear of, I'm bringing in the finances today. I can bring another example another day, but I know many of my clients are currently going through financial struggles. Everything just simply falls apart. The job, nothing seems to come in, and you are like trying so hard with your old things and the things you used to do, and you're trying to find the answers for it, but it just simply doesn't make sense. Like there is no growth. And you are exhausted, you're tired, and you are just wondering, I need to feed my children, or I need to pay my mortgage, or I need to do all of that. And simply you are like in this loop all the time. While it seems so easy, and I know I've been there, I know exactly. Last year, my whole life fell apart. It literally fell apart. Now, when I look back to this, I'm like, thank you that it fell apart, because otherwise I wouldn't be alive. So, and it guided me to the place where I'm supposed to be, and I'm supposed to do what I am doing right now. Everything I do, pretty much, I'll do with the flow. I realized another day, just a couple of days ago, I was really exhausted, like really, really exhausted. And I'm like, why am I so exhausted? And then I tapped into myself and I realized I'm trying too hard. I'm trying to please everybody. I'm trying to make them everything. I'm trying too hard for them. And I forget myself. I forget to have my longer time for yoga. I forget my longer time for breath work because I am calculating, I have to be there. I have to do this. While it's great, we need to do things in our life. We need to understand also that we need to pause. And same is in Twin Flames. You see how it reflects everything in our life. It's when we are trying so hard to get in touch with our twin flame, we're trying to message, trying to get some information, we're trying to find them, and they simply are not coming to us. Like there is if we talk about, you are on one radio length and they are on another radio length, and they just simply don't match. And you're trying so hard, wondering what just happened. And the same is in life. You need to pause for a minute. And I can tell you something, and I know it sounds absolutely, at this moment when you are in a survival mode, it sounds so hard to accept, and I know that, is when you, let's say you have to pay, you have financial struggles, things are happening, and I ask you to pause. I say, listen, just step aside, clear your mind, do the meditation, go into yoga, meet some new people, go out of this environment, go out of this worry, and don't meet up with the people who have the same problems. Now you'll be asking me, why? It's the energy. If you are, let's say, at home, we all know when somebody comes home with a negative energy, let's say I bring in husband, it's easier to bring in. And we are twin flames, we are empaths on top of that. So let's say your husband comes back at home and is super in a bad mood and doesn't say much, but you can feel like, oh my God, something is off. And you can feel everything, like it's like energy is so intense that you don't even know if you're allowed to breathe at that moment. And then you're asked, like, is everything okay? And your husband is like, yeah, it's fine. And you're like, I can feel that something is not right. So it's the same now if we put it into a situation where you're worrying about. The worries are all around you. You will see them everywhere. But when you go out of it, and you have to go to the place where, let's say, it's different. It's not like your friend who is in the same struggle. Because what we tend to do, and the same in Twin Flames, what we tend to do is we tend to surround ourselves with the same energy. Let's say the energy lack of love when it comes to Twin Flames. We don't love ourselves. So we all sit together and we believe that, the love is just simply not coming, or my Twin Flame is not loving. While you have to do the opposite. Like, I'm not saying you have to do the opposite, actually, to be honest. It was a little bit wrong way of saying. You have to understand the core. You understand, okay, I'm in lack of love. Why am I feeling in lack of love? Okay, I'm feeling because of this. And then you go out there and switch your energy. You can't just simply go out and think that everything's going to change if you haven't realized the purpose of your energy. Why do you have this energy inside of us? I believe that we all have a friend or someone who just simply always wins everything. And you do exact same thing, let's say you are, and you never win anything.